Forget billionaires for a second. These 10 companies are worth more than the GDP of most nations on Earth, and together they control everything from the phone in your pocket to the chips powering artificial intelligence itself. One of them just became the first company in history to cross $5 trillion. This is the top 10 richest companies in the world by market cap in 2026, and by the end of this list, you'll see exactly which industries are quietly running the global economy. Number 10. Tesla. Market cap $1.26 trillion. Elon Musk's electric car company has had a wild year, with its stock sliding nearly 18% in just the past week alone, yet it still holds its place among the 10 most valuable companies on the planet. Tesla went public back in 2010 at a valuation of less than $2 billion, and it took over a decade of skepticism from Wall Street before the company proved electric vehicles could be built at scale. Today, Tesla is no longer just about cars. It's building humanoid robots, self-driving software, and massive battery storage systems, betting its entire future on artificial intelligence and automation rather than just electric vehicles. Musk has repeatedly told investors that Tesla's true value lies not in how many cars it sells, but in whether it can crack autonomous driving before anyone else does. Number 9. Meta Platforms. Market cap $1.54 trillion. Mark Zuckerberg's company owns Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, reaching billions of people every single day. What started as a way for college students to connect online has become one of the largest advertising businesses ever built, generating the vast majority of its revenue from targeted ads across its family of apps. Meta has poured enormous sums into its Reality Labs division, chasing artificial intelligence and virtual reality, even as its stock took a steep hit this past week amid investor jitters over how much it's actually spending to get there. Zuckerberg has staked his company's next chapter on building some of the most powerful AI data centers on the planet, wagering billions that super-intelligent systems will justify the cost. Number 8. SpaceX. Market cap $1.56 trillion. Elon Musk's rocket company shocked the world in June 2026 by going public, and its value skyrocketed to nearly $2.2 trillion on its very first day of trading before settling lower. Founded in 2002 with the ambitious goal of making life multiplanetary, SpaceX spent its early years struggling through repeated rocket failures before perfecting reusable rocket technology, something no other company had managed. Today, it dominates the commercial launch industry, runs the Starlink satellite internet network that beams broadband to remote corners of the globe, and remains the company behind Musk's long-term ambitions to eventually reach Mars. Number 7. Broadcom. Market cap $1.87 trillion. Once known mainly for networking chips found inside routers and smartphones, Broadcom has transformed into one of the biggest winners of the artificial intelligence boom. The company designs custom AI chips for major tech giants who want alternatives to Nvidia's hardware, and it supplies critical semiconductor and software infrastructure that keeps data centers running around the clock. Its stock has surged as demand for AI computing power keeps climbing, and analysts increasingly view Broadcom as one of the quiet power players behind the entire AI arms race, even though most consumers have never directly bought one of its products. Number 6. TSMC. Market cap $2.16 trillion. This is the only company on the list not headquartered in the United States. TSMC doesn't design its own branded chips. Instead, it manufactures the world's most advanced semiconductors for nearly every major tech company, including Apple, Nvidia, and AMD. Founded in Taiwan in 1987, the company pioneered the business model of making chips for other companies rather than selling its own products. And today, its factories are so advanced and so difficult to replicate that without TSMC, the entire modern chip industry would grind to a halt within months. Number 5. Amazon. Market cap $2.51 trillion. What started as an online bookstore in Jeff Bezos' Seattle garage back in 1994 is now a sprawling empire spanning e-commerce, cloud computing through Amazon Web Services, streaming, and even artificial intelligence hardware. Amazon Web Services alone generates enough profit to rank as one of the most valuable cloud businesses on earth, quietly powering the back-end of thousands of websites, apps, and companies that customers never realize are running on Amazon servers. Bezos stepped down as CEO in 2021, but the company he built continues expanding into logistics, healthcare, and generative AI under his hand-picked successor. Number 4. Microsoft. Market cap $2.83 trillion. Founded by Bill Gates and Paul Allen in 1975, Microsoft has reinvented itself repeatedly. From desktop software with Windows and Office, to cloud computing through Azure, and now to artificial intelligence through its massive investment in OpenAI. That early bet on OpenAI, made years before ChatGPT became a household name, is now widely seen as one of the most consequential technology investments of the decade. Its software still runs in offices, schools, and homes across nearly every country on the planet, giving Microsoft a footprint few competitors can match. Number 3. Alphabet, the parent company of Google. Market cap $3.89 trillion. Founded by Larry Page and Sergey Brin in 1998, while both were PhD students at Stanford, Alphabet controls the world's dominant search engine, YouTube, Android, and Google Cloud, and it's now racing to compete in artificial intelligence through its Gemini models. Despite a sharp drop of nearly 8% in the past week, driven by investor concerns over AI spending, Alphabet remains one of the 3 most valuable companies on the planet, and its search advertising business still quietly funds nearly everything else the company builds. Number 2. Apple. Market cap $4.72 trillion. Apple's ecosystem of iPhones, Macs, and services has made it one of the most profitable companies in history, built on a foundation Steve Jobs laid decades ago from a garage in California. Even as growth has slowed compared to its AI-fueled rivals, Apple's brand loyalty and massive installed base of well over 1 billion active devices keep it firmly near the very top of the rankings. The company has been criticized for lagging behind in the AI race, but its sheer scale of hardware sales and services revenue continues to make it nearly untouchable. And number 1, Nvidia, market cap $5.06 trillion. What began as a company making graphics chips for video games back in 1993, founded out of a Denny's diner in California, is now the most valuable company the world has ever seen. Nvidia's processors have become the backbone of the entire artificial intelligence industry, powering everything from chatbots to self-driving cars, to massive data centers built specifically to train the next generation of AI models. Nvidia recently became the first company in history to be valued above $5 trillion, a milestone that once seemed unthinkable for a chipmaker that, just a decade ago, most people associated purely with gaming graphics cards. 10 companies, nearly $28 trillion combined. That's more than the entire economic output of most regions on Earth, and more than triple what the same list would have been worth just 5 years ago. And if you look closely, a pattern jumps out. 8 of these 10 companies are either building the chips, the cloud, or the software that powers artificial intelligence. The 2 exceptions, Tesla and SpaceX, are both run by the same man, and both are betting their futures on automation and technology just as heavily as the rest. The companies that don't bet on AI are quietly slipping down the rankings, while the ones that do are rewriting what valuable even means. Which one surprised you the most? Was it SpaceX rocketing onto the list straight out of its IPO, or Nvidia breaking the $5 trillion barrier first? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this list, subscribe for more videos just like this one every single week.